So in this model, I'll be designing a magazine cover, the first page of a magazine. I actually chose this intentionally because of there are so many effects that we'll be using in this design. So you can implement the effect in different aspects of design. So we cutting the image, putting gradient fill, putting different things, putting our barcode and the rest. It's going to be interesting. Choose the image of your choice, but I'm going to send you the picture and everything you'll be using. I'll be sending it to you, just download them. But after this, always try to practice, put your picture. It will give you more vibe when you're designing, you're seeing your picture. If you make it look ugly, it's on you. So let's join me, let's design this. Are you seeing this beautiful design? Okay. The person in the guy, the image, his name is Nelson Sunday. So I thank him for using his pictures for this design. He's actually someone very very close to TEFEM, the brand. So good. So I'm trying to recreate this. This is beautiful. Cause I know most ladies might want to use their picture for this. Most ladies might want to use their picture for this. So this is an opportunity for you to sell yourself. So you learning how to sell yourself basically. So the first thing we need to do, this is the one I did myself. I also did this one again, but this one was not looking so cool. So this is one I did myself, and also we did this one, this beautiful one also. This is for a lady, and I'm gonna open it also on Photoshop. So this is it. This is it. So I'm going to be creating this one, and you'll be creating this one. Deal? Yeah, deal. So let me do this one. It's almost the same thing. The font, I'll tell you the font name. I'll send it to you. I'll send you the image. I'll send you the barcode. You just have to just follow what I do, and you are good. So remember the first stage. You go to File. Let me try to hide this. Good. So you go to File, and you go to New. Good. This is A3. This is actually my A3 size. So A3, remember my resolution is 300. I can change the name to magazine. Beautiful. So I now put OK. It's RGB because I'm not going to print it, but I can change to CMYK if I want to print it, but let us have it that way. So I press OK. This is it. Remember, you can move this thing this way if you want it to be closer. Look at what we are trying to create. So good. But the first thing we should do is there's something I did here, but let's move. First thing you should do is to get your image, and this is my beautiful image, this picture, and this picture was shot in Disney Media Studios in Lagos. So I know you love the picture, right? Good. So let's take it out. Let's move it. Let's move it. Let's move it. This is my normal way of bringing images. You see, this is more easy because this background is very very beautiful, so I don't need to crop him out from the background. But if you want to crop him out from the background, remember I taught you how to do this. If you want to scale a picture, I repeat, don't make anybody slim or fat. Hold Shift and Alt and you scale it. See, without spoiling the picture. You see how equal is going, because if you don't hold Shift or Alt, you end up spoiling it like this, and believe me, they're going to sue you. Don't you know they sue graphic designers? So now let's hold Shift and Alt, and this just reminded me of one of magazine I was supposed to attend, but finally I saw the design. The guy just played with my face. I was just so annoyed, and I was like, I'm not gonna post this picture anywhere. But I was very very angry when I saw my picture being like rude. It was just spoiled. Just imagine. Okay, now this is the image. Now I'm trying to get exactly this thing. Beautiful. Okay, look at his head came down. So let's zoom it more, and we take it down. Is it? Am I on the right path? Something like this, right? Okay, let's go and check. Beautiful, but I think he went down more. Wait, are you seeing his hands? You see, we're not seeing his hands. Good, so let's take down his hands. Good. See? Yeah, here we go. Now, if you notice something in this picture, the picture don't have this shrub at the back of it, but this one has it. So now it's making this picture look 3D because there is the right up at his back, and also there is right up on his body. So you feel, this guy is in between. That was gives the beauty in this design. That little things alone made this design a 3D. You get? So we're trying to create a 3D magazine design. So what you should do is we now notice, okay, let's write our flow. Let me confirm the font name. Okay, look at the fonts. So we are going to be using the same fonts to type, or I can just move what I already have over here to here. But if you want me to type it, which you want me to, you just come down. This is the font. I'm going to send you the fonts. Then you come down and you see, you type. It's the same thing, but I don't want to type because I already have it, so I will delete it. So now there is something I'm going to explain to you now. This is this calendar that, look, I always call it a calendar, but it's a paragraph panel. When we open it, you see the font name. This is actually your font name. This is, it has bold. Now this is your font size. This is the space in between the up and the down. So you're going to notice, okay, let me bring this font. This is Nelson Sunday. This is his name. I can type it again, but I just want to bring it here. Okay, how would I type? I just had that question in my mind now. You go to your text bar. You cannot type with your move. You have to go to this T. T mean text. You click on your text. Then when you click on it, you can type Mercy. I love my name. Eneh. Or let me see, Eneh Mercy. Let's go this way. Eneh. You see? Enter Mercy. This is beautiful. You see? Now I've typed it. If you notice, this yellow color is coming from the color here. You get? So if you want to change the color, you click on this color. You have different way of changing colors. You can come to your text here. Okay, try it. If you see this good mark, nothing will work till you press enter or you click on this good mark. You're like, Photoshop is like telling you, I've typed Eneh Mercy, tell me well done so I can do something else. If not, I will not do. That's what, look at the cry. That is what it's trying to cry. You see? See, it's trying. That's what, if you hear any sound now, you see, are you hearing that sound? It means change, tell me I've done something. So I'll now press okay. So now I can now change the color of this thing. Control A is to highlight all. Control A is to highlight all. So once you click on this thing now, you see, I can change it to any color, to blue, to red, to pink, or you can use your eyedropper to click on it, and any color you click on, just take the color. You see, just imagine. You see, so it can be that beautiful. You get? So right now I don't want to change the color. I love my yellow. So if you are designing, let your yellow, now this is called the color code. And if you want this color now, if you put this exact color in your own this Photoshop, you get the same color. So your color I'm using is FFB400. FFB400. So type it here, FFB400. You see, it just gave me the same color. So once you type the color, you too have the same color. So I'll put okay. Remember, okay. So you see, now Eneh Mercy is here. You get? So Eneh Mercy is here. If I want these two things to go far apart, like I can separate them like this. You see, it's not beautiful. Or I can bring them closer to love themselves. We have to be together, depending on what you want to create. You see, this is very beautiful. Okay, now if I want to take it far, you do it like this. Are you saying go away, go away, go away? You see, if I want to bring it closer, yeah, come back. I'm using this way to just draw it, but you can always type a digit. If you have a number, you just type it, but I don't like typing number because most times I'm not good at remembering numbers or details like that. So I always just do what my eyes does. So now your text this way. So that is all you need to know. This thing can be bold. Let me take it to auto. That's what they have, auto. 0 means how it's supposed to be. Then okay, you always try to do Control A. Then you take it back to 0. You get? Then you take this one back to auto. Say this is how it's supposed to be. This automatic, this is how it's supposed to be. So now I want to make this Eneh bolder. You can come here and put bold. You can come here and put it, you can turn it this way. You can come here and put one will be smaller, one will be bigger. You can come here and put this. You can come here and put big letter, uppercase or lowercase. You can come here and underline it. Are you seeing how beautiful? You can come here and strike it. These little things can create awesomeness in your design. So that's what this panel basically works. That is your text. This panel here, that is for your text. So I'm going to delete Eneh Mercy and let's work with Sunday Nelson. Now Sunday Nelson, the font size is, in case you want to get exactly what I did, 49.45. Then this leading space is -30. Then kerning is 48. So this is exactly the space I have. If you do it, you get exactly my space. So this is his name, so it should just be below his head. Beautiful. Now if you notice something about this design, the space up here is covered. So now for me to do this thing now, this is something that you should learn to help you so very much. So now you come to this rectangle marquee tool. Once you click on rectangle marquee tool, you come and highlight the up part. Now I want to extend it. Now you highlight this up part and you now do Ctrl T. If your Ctrl T didn't work, then do Ctrl J. Okay, do you know why it's not working? Because of, look at it, I did Ctrl J. Look at what they told me. You could not make a new layer from the selection because the pixel in a type layer cannot be modified without first vectorizing the layer. This big English they are telling you is that for you to expand a font, you need to rasterize it. Rasterize it means you are turning it to a picture. But because of it's a mistake, I don't want to spoil my font. I want to extend the image. So I have to go to the layer of the image, and this is the layer of the image. So always remember, Photoshop is like a baby. You have to tell him, go to this layer, go to this layer. You can't just tell him, do this thing, and he will do it. So now you are on this image layer. Then what you have to do, you now do Ctrl T. If your Ctrl T didn't, okay, go make sure you're on your move tool. Then you do Ctrl T. If it didn't work, you do Ctrl J. Beautiful. Ctrl J means you've cut that part. So you now extend it to reach the size you want, so you can now draw it this way. Beautiful. You see now it's giving this whole feel, a bluff feel, and it's very dramatic. So I love it. It's beautiful. So we now have our full design. Then let me go back and see what is missing. Okay, this rectangle up here and rectangle down. I don't want to take this one here already, so let me just create my own. I'll go to this dotted line and go to my rectangle tool. That's awesome. So let me see the edges. Okay, now you can now come here and click. You see, it's that easy. You just drag. Now if nothing shows in your own, this panel is supposed to come up. Once this panel come up, it's telling you that look at your field, or nothing is inside. I say okay, give me white. You see, now it's telling you that you have something on your stroke. You can cancel it because I don't need the stroke. So this is it now. I've gotten this. Okay, let me tell you the problem you might. I raised it up small to look beautiful. The problem you might have, you might not be able to see. Okay, I'm supposed to address this immediately. Look at what they call auto select and show transform controls. Auto select means if I click on auto select, anything I click will just be selected. I don't know, people work with it. You don't need to go to the layer, you just click on it, it will move. That is auto select. I don't really like it. I like taking my own off so that I can control my layer and tell my layer which one I want. But if you want to go with auto select, it's fine. You just click on it and it works for you, but I don't like it. So then we go to this show control transform control means, look at, if I off it, you will not see this angle, and it's very, very sad because you will not know what you are working with. People don't use it. So depending on what works for you, the main thing is the result, not totally the process. So now once you now show your transform control, you can now see your image and everything. You know the edges, you can increase it, you can decrease it. It's very, very simple. So remember, we extended this image and it's separated from the main image. Now to merge these two people together, you hold control, then you click on the first one, you click on the second one, and you do control E. You see, it's now one image. Very, very beautiful. I can just extend it small. That is it. Lovely. So now let's go back and see our control design. So now there is also a rectangle below this text. So now I can just duplicate it. How can I duplicate? Control J. Once you click on Control J, it duplicates whatever is there. Now I want to shift it downwards and I want it on the same line. You hold your shift and you draw it downwards. This is very beautiful. Once you hold your shift, it goes down well. So you see, this is already lovely. Now let's try to take this, let's bring the other one inside. Now what is here again? Africa. You can always type it, but let me take this one there. You can always type it. It's very, very easy. You come here, move to, and move it to the next one. Get, and I put it up here. But if you want me to type it for you, let me type it. You come to your text and you type Africa, capital letter A, Africa. You see, it's the same thing. Then you can now increase the size or reduce the size, the rest. But let me delete it because I won't be needing it. So let me tell you the size of this one. I made it small. That is size 33.79 and minus 30, and the rest. Just look at the setting. You can make it exactly like yours. So this is what we have and this is what it is. Now let's add the last one, and that is this circle there. I'm going to draw mine. I'm just trying to draw it so you learn how to do it. So now to draw that cycle, you come here. There is something called custom shapes tool. Photoshop have actually included some shape tools that you might need so that you not start creating them, but you can always create whatever you want. So once you click on this thing and you come up here and you click here too, you see all the tools. Something about Photoshop is that you can add more shape tools if you need, but I just go online and download and use. So now I'm looking for that particular shape that looks like a star, but it's not really a star. So if I don't see exactly, then so let's use if you see something like that, let me know. This look like it. So I'll drag. Now it's looking stupid, so what should you do? Hold control and shift and drag, and you come to fill and you fill it with red. You get, so you come to shapes and you cancel it. So that is it. It's looking different, so it's not okay. So I want to create it. I'm not really getting what I want from this from the custom shape tool, so I can create it. So now this is polygonal lasso tool. This polygon tool. I can click on it and you come to your settings. Now when you click on this thing here, it will show you smooth corners, star, and this is now what this star means is it's gonna look like star. But if I put smooth corners, okay, look at, I'm going to put smooth corners. Look at what it will look like now. Like it's just so round. You get, okay, let me show you something else. Let me put it side 10, 20, maybe you might see the change. So once you draw it, see, are you seeing that it's up to 20 sides? But that's not what I want. I don't want smooth corners. I want, but if you make it 10, it might look beautiful. Let me show you. 10, see, it's now just 10 corners. It might look beautiful, but this is not what we want. We want to get something that look like this, and this is more like a star shape. So what I will do is I will click here, then I'll add a polygonal tool. I'll come here and come to star, click on star. So once you click on star, and I'll make it 20, no, let me make it more for 30. Beautiful. then I'll draw it. What happened? The sides, the edges are now soft, looking like bones. I don't want them soft, I want them hard. So you click it. Now I'm going to remove the smooth corners. So look at what will happen now. Beautiful. It's now looking like a star that I want. You get this? So now I want the color to be red. I don't want it yellow. You click there and see you get our red. So now you come here and you reduce it to the size you want it to be, and I guess this works for me. This is beautiful. This works for me. So then if you notice there is something inside this cycle that make it look like it's 3D, so I'll come here and go to my ellipse tool. Then I will come and cancel my fill because I don't want, okay, sorry, control Z, red. And now I'll now first of all, okay, draw my circle. So once you always remember you hold shift and alt to draw your circle. Once you do that, we don't want a fill inside, so I'll bring back this option. I'll cancel the fill. See, so now I want it to come out. I want something. Yes, I want the outline to come out, so I'll increase the outline. Maybe 7 is okay. I'll come to my move tool so I can move the shape to fit into my star. You see? Ctrl Z if you do a mistake. I always like it to look a bit, I might not be a perfectionist, but I want it to look a bit perfect. But I'm not a perfectionist per se, but at least having something. So after doing that, I always do, you increase it. I feel I need it more. Nice. Ctrl H to close the selection. Nice. So this is it, and it's looking beautiful. Let me see how this one is looking. This is looking awesome. So now Dizzy 100 years. So to type Dizzy 100 years, I'll click Dizzy 100 years. Beautiful. So now I'll Ctrl A, then I'll Ctrl center, then I'll do OK. Then I'll move it to the circle and I'll reduce it. I hold shift and alt to reduce it well. Then it goes inside the circle. I'll press OK, and we notice from here my 100 years is they are all on caps lock, so they are on capital letters. So I'll Ctrl A, then I'll come to my panel and click on capital letters. Beautiful. Then I'll put OK. That's it. Then we notice here the 100 is yellow, so I can just come here again and make my 100 yellow. Now I don't know the exact color, so I can just touch this Nelson's color and it's yellow. Now my press OK. Then very good. Then this is okay. 100 years. I think I like it. Okay, let me make it equal. Let me make this one white. Yes, this is beautiful. I like it. So now let's come back. What is remaining? Top 100. So we will write our top 100 the same way, just to type it, or it's the same typing, but I don't want to type, so you can just type yours differently, so you can make the 100 bigger and you make the top smaller and you put it exactly together. Good. So now if you notice, this is my barcode. I told you it won't mean to take time. This is my barcode. Just put it here. Small. Barcode is something when you scan it can lead you to our website or something. So we put, because this is a magazine, so you just put it there, so when people scan it they can take you to their. So if you notice something in this design, this one have a dark feel that is projecting him out. Now this is the little touch that makes this design unique and beautiful. So let's now bring the fill. There's something called a gradient fill. Now you go on top of your image, you create a new layer. Okay, look at this menu bar here. There is delete, there is new layer, create a new group, That is create a new field, that is add layer marks, that is add a layer style, and that is link your layers. So now I'll come here and create a new layer on top of my picture, so that whenever I do any design or an effect on top of this picture, it won't affect the picture. Try to do a non-destructive design, so I can always undo and have your design still the way it is. I want to create a gradient fill that will make this right up top 100 visible. Remember, your design is to pass a message or solve a problem, and you can't solve a problem if your write up is not visible enough. So I'll come to my gradient tool. This is my gradient tool. This is my gradient tool. So once you click on your gradient tool to bring a bar up, and you say click to edit gradient, and I'll click on it. Now I already have different gradients. You can click on this one, you can click on this one, on this one, but I just want a black, and above it should be pure transparent, so that it will not block the image. So this black is okay here, but here this white is, I'll change it to black. I want it to be black, but for instance that is not going to show because I'm going to move the opacity. Now this is opacity is 100. Opacity is how people can pass through, how can you see through this design. So now it's 100 means it's opaque, it's block. Now I'm going to reduce opacity to 0. What does that tells you? That this design is going to be transparent, it's going to pass through. Good. So if you understand physics, or if you did physics in school, you know that the whole opacity and the rest is terms in physics. So once you press OK, you can now come on that layer and look at different way. Now you can drag it to be zero, to start from the 0 like this, something like this. This is not what I want. Control Z. You now come to the diamond one, something like this. I don't need this, thank you very much. Control Z. Then you others, this is this one again, reflection on. I don't need it. Control Z. Then you see this one, like a star. I don't need it, thank you. I need the linear on, and I'll start from the down. I want it to be darker, and as it goes up it gets brighter. You see, tell me this is not beautiful. I'm already feeling this design. You see, just this little art made the design hard weight. Just this little thing below it made the design look more professional, made the design look so real. Just imagine, this is very beautiful already. Yes, the right top and everything is still looking different, scattered and the rest compared to this one, but it's already giving it a beautiful feel. So now what else are we going to do now? I'm going to make him come out from, I want to max this thing out so that he will do this. Though they have different way of this. No, I told you that we should do something that is non-destructive. So you can do this. There is something I always do. They have different way of making him come in front of those text. Come in front of the text. You can cut him and put him on top of this image, or you delete the part of the text that his head is in and you make it transparent. So let me go to the text that is true. Then I will, okay, let me go to him instead. So I'll max him out. I'll max him out from the picture. See, very easy. I'm using my selective marquee tool. So once I max him out, let me off the layer of this crop so I'll see it so very well. Hope you're enjoying your journey already. See, please try to zoom in while doing yours. I'm not zooming in because I already have my design. I'm doing this for you to learn. Zoom in to get it accurate. I repeat, zoom in. Good. So now it's selecting the background. Now when you right click and you just select inverse, it will select him. So once you do that, okay, now so we can now good. So we can now Control J to bring him out. You get. So when you do Control J to bring him back out, you can now raise this one up. You can bring the you can open this one. You get. So you can bring the folds down. below him, so that it can be below him. This is another way of doing it, and I feel it's easier for me. You see, you can also bring the rectangle, the layer of the rectangle. I guess this should be it. Yeah, Control H, so I'll see my selections. Go to your move tool so you see what you are selecting. So once you click on your rectangle, you take it below it, and here we go. So this was one of the things I did, and you can also do different way. You can rasterize your font and clean it out, but I don't want to do that. So if I can zoom into this, you notice that this thing is not really making sense the way it's looking. So you take your time, like after designing, you take your time to balance all the effects you did. Make sure it's really giving you the feel you want. Don't rush your design. Take your time. Get, so this one also, you can reduce it. You see, let it be real. Let it be real. So after doing this, there's something called blending tool. When you drop this one, you right click, you see blending option. I want to put a drop shadow on it. Drop shadow will make it look like it's really occupying something. You know what shadow does to a human being? Make you look real and alive. So once you drop the drop shadow, it will make, you have different options. You have inner shadow, you have inner glow. You just take your time and play around with all these tools. You see the use. But now for the cost of this model, we just increase the distance of our this thing. Want it to look real beautiful, so I'll press okay. It's a very small difference, but those small difference give it a professional look. So this is, so now this Africa, we can take it up a bit. Yeah, we can just take it up. So now this is beautiful. So the Nelson Sunday, just play around all those things, just play around it, take it down. Yeah, that is it. Good. So when you look at this one, you see it's looking beautiful. Now you will notice the thing is looking nice, but something else is missing. We look at this design, it's looking more like, if you are looking at it, you are seeing his face. That's the first thing you are seeing. You are seeing his face. But if you look at this design, it's just so open. It's like flat. It's just there, and that is not it. So what you should do is, you come here. There is something I did here. It's a small secret, so don't tell anybody. There's something called vibrance. You get levels. Sorry. Now look at what the effect of this level. It's made you concentrate your look on him. Good. So now I'm going to do it here. After doing this whole thing, I'll come on top of the image, basically. Then I'll do levels. Then after levels, now this thing will pop up. If you take it this way, it goes brighter. I don't need that. Now I want it to be darker. You get, I want it to be darker to make it more, I don't know, but it gives it one feel, and I love that feel. So once it's darker, I'm noticing that as a photographer that I am, I notice that the image is now, this place is now dark. Then we'll now make use of our marquee tool. Now you now click on this image and click on this place. Now you are creating a clipping mark. That means I want the effect I do not to, I want to clean the parts I want. I don't want the effect to appear on those parts. That is what I'm trying to do. So now go to my brush tool. I'll now brush out the parts that I don't want this effect to work on. Now nothing is happening. Are you not confused? Why is this thing not moving? Why? Do you know why? The foreground color is white and the layer marks is white. It's not meant to be so. So just turn it so it be black. Now black and white, opposite and positive, they are tracked, right? Yes. So now clean it off. Beautiful. So once you clean it off, the image, I want to clean it. I want his face to be bright. I just want only the surrounding to be fair, to be brighter. So you see, this effect has made that's concentrated the eyes. It's telling you where you should look at, what you should ignore. So this is actually, we're able to recreate this design. Maybe not perfectly. If I shake one or two things, we might end up getting this exactly. But for the sake of time, After you're done with your design, you just go ahead and look through it. Okay, now if you notice, I added okay, for the sake of the design, you look through it and you ask yourself, is this really what I want? Is this one I want to create? Then if that is it, then you are good to go. So this is how we're able to create this design. So now let me show you something else. Okay, this is the design, and we have to save it. Let me show you how to save it. If you are done with it, if you are sure you are done with it, you've gone through everything, you want to save it, you go to your file, then you go to save as. If you are saving it for the first time, you put as save as for the first time. So now if you save it as Photoshop, that means you are saving it as a document that you want to edit again. So you can just go and save it, go choose where you want to save it, then you click on it. Me, I'll find my I try to arrange my folder, because as a designer, if you don't know how to arrange your folder, you lost, like you will not be organized. So now once I save it now, but I don't want to save it as Photoshop, because I already have something like that. But I will advise you to save it as Photoshop, then you now come back and save it as JPEG. Right now I'll save it just as JPEG. JPEG means it's like a picture. So I want to save it in my mode 4. Beautiful. So I'll just save it here, Magazine by Mercy. Remember to always write your name, because you forget it once you are done with the project, and if you want to look for it again, to be difficult. So I'll press save, then they'll show you the resolution you want to save it as. Is it 8, is it 7, is it 12? If the higher, the more the size of the image. So I always put it at not too low but not too high, except it's something that is very very serious. I'll take it at 12, but for something like this, I think 7 is okay. I said okay. So now we have gotten our magazine. This is the one I just did now, this one. Then this is the one I was taking from this one. So good. So now I want to show you how to use a mockup. I was able to download a magazine mockup. This now, a mockup is not what you print. A mockup is what you use to sell a dream. Example, now when someone give you a job, never give your clients the job the same way it came. Show them a bigger version. That what makes you unique. You get? So now your client asks you, I want to do this thing, try and sell it up in a mock-up. Let the man picture himself or his business in the next 5 years. You are trying to give them a vision, which they already have actually, but you are trying to make it be more feasible, more physical for them to see. So now this is a mock-up I downloaded. I want to show you how to use a mock-up, so it will help to enhance your work, and also when you are arranging your portfolio and the rest, it's very beautiful to place mock-up there. You look more professional. So now though it's more like different folders. You try to understand which one has the image. Now this one is for the effect. Can you see? This is the effect. So we are going straight to the effect. Mockup comes in different form, but they always have something in common. Now this is the effect. So I'll go under it. This one is the cover, right page, left page. Right now I have just the cover. I didn't design the right page and the left page, so I will use their own. But now let's use the cover. Now the cover, this, when you click on it, all these things are called group. You get? Once you see this arrow, click this arrow down, you see the remaining group. You get? So don't just get confused by looking at all these things. They are looking much, they are nothing. So now this is the light. You get to see, this is the gradient. You can see little by little they're making all this thing look real. All these things are helping to look real. You get? Look at it. So now let's create the mockup. This is the cover itself. You see this space here, you click on it. Once you click on it, this is a smart object. So once you click on this smart object thumbnail, it will take you to a new folder. Look at it. I'll double click on this thumbnail now. Beautiful. Now look at, now it's taking me to a new document. They want me to place my design on this place and save it. Now watch me. I will go to where I have my save design. I draw it, I take it to that place, I place it on top of it, I increase the size to the normal to cover everything, so that I can replace it with what they have there. Now beautiful. So after doing that, I like what I'm saying, so I press Ctrl S Control S means I'm saving this effect in the mockup. So when you now go back to the mockup, beautiful. Just look at how he's looking. Just imagine if you're a client now and I give you this thing. You just admire yourself because you are seeing yourself already on top of the book. You're like, wow, this thing is real. I love your design. You get. So some designs may not look so beautiful till you actualize it and make it look so real. So this is how to do a mock-up. So after that, you can still save it. But if, okay, let's imagine we want to put it on the right and left, but it's not right to put it there. But let me just try to put it on the right and left. You click on it again. Then once you click on it again, you go back. Let me pick another image. It could be just his picture, or okay, let me try to pick something else. I guess I should have something else on my desktop, a picture or something. Okay, maybe I should go with this. Okay, I should just go the picture. Which one? Let me go with this picture. So let me just add it somewhere here to be inside the magazine. You get. So after doing that, yep. So after doing this, I'll click on it and do Control S. It will save it, and I'll go back to my page and look at it. See, this is very, very beautiful. I'm loving it. Do you see? Do you want me to add more pictures? Okay, good. Then let me put more pictures to the right. No, then if you click on it, this is the right page. Now the left page, let me put more picture. Now to put more picture, I'll come to this last place, this smart objects thumbnail. I'll click on it again. Then I can find any other picture and put on it, but I don't want to do that because I'm loving what I see. So remember, you now always come here and you save it as. Now I told you that other save, this first save is if you have not saved. If you've saved it before, you just press save. So this will now save the mockup. But if you've not, just put save as, then write your name, magazine mockup, then mockup. Beautiful. So you save it. That will be all for this model. So now you see, you can now have your magazine. You have your magazine. You're able to achieve a magazine, a mock-up, and you're able to achieve a magazine mock-up and also a magazine. Please just clap for yourself. You did awesome. Meet me in the next model where I'll be teaching you how to design a social media design.